Hello, collective. It's your girl, Bob the Healer. I'm back with another luxury activation. I hope you are well. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you are tuning in and you are subscribed, of course. If you haven't checked out my seasons video, I'll link it below. Now is the perfect time to get in alignment with spirit, realign your spirit, know what you should be doing during this time. We are stepping into Libra season, which is a time of balance. Yes, it's a time of balance. It's a time of healing. It's a time of restoration. And for some of you, you haven't turned it up yet. For some of you, you haven't turned it up. You're just starting. Okay, and so we'll click on the video, get you realigned, and get it together, honey. Yes. If you're new around here, I'm Bob the Healer, a psychic medium, okay, astrology expert extraordinaire, okay, a little part-time comedian, if you will, okay, a little part-time model, okay, you see how I do, all right, and I'm here to support you in your spiritual balance, in your spiritual alignment, okay, and if you're willing to join the ride, subscribe, honey, all right, let's get into it. Libra season, okay, Libra season. Can you feel it? Libra season is all about healing, restoration, balance. Okay? Now is a good time to get your life in balance. You know, when we feel out of alignment, we move too quickly or we're moving too slow. We can start to feel like time is moving slow. We can start to feel like we're moving too fast. Okay? When you are in alignment and you are balanced, everything is working on time. Everything is working on plan. Okay? There's no complaining. You're in flow. Okay? And so when we are in balance, we are respecting our cycles. We're respecting our rhythm. Okay? We're not judging. We're not criticizing. We are respecting. Who needs to get blocked? Who needs to get deleted? This is my space. This is my kingdom. Anywho, Libra season restores what has been lost. Okay, it's a karmic rebalance. You see, if you've been overworking, it's time to take a break. If you've been underperforming, it's time to turn it up. Okay? If you've been underdressing, time to put that on, baby. Put it on. Put it on. Okay? All right? You've been playing yourself. You've been playing the people that have been wanting you to show up and eat, honey. Okay? Okay? Put yourself out there during Libra season. Okay? If you've been wanting to show up and show out, now's the time. Okay? Now's the time. But most importantly, make sure you are in harmony. Okay? You are in self-love. You are moving in the energy of radical self-care. I said radical self-care. Wow. Okay? Radical self-care is what we want. We don't want to be walking around deprived during Libra season. We don't, why? Why? Because the energy we give off of how we take care of ourselves is the energy we will attract, all right? It's a mirroring energy, honey. It's a mirroring energy. Okay, Libra season mirrors back to you what it is you are depleted from, what it is you're not doing correctly, so that you can rebalance, you see. So that by Scorpio season, you can tackle all of the shadows. Hi, baby. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, let's get into this message. I know my Libras are ready. Okay, my Libras been waiting all year to hear Bob the Healer's message, honey. They said, listen, I came here, I've got my snacks, and I'm ready to get my spiritual alignment, honey. I'm ready to take it up a notch, okay? I'm ready for the next level of life, and that's what we're about to give you, okay? Okay? Thank you for being patient, Libras. All right, so we are working with one of my favorite decks, Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle. So we're pulling from today, okay? Baby, I am the Oracle, but I love a good card moment, honey, okay? I am the Oracle. Okay, I don't need the cards, so I just have to reiterate that because for some of you, you're new here. But it's nice to show you some pictures with the words. I noticed that people like to have something to see with the message, okay? So let's get into the message. Libras. Whoever's timestamping now, okay? For Libras. Baby, I need a personal assistant. I really do. Send me an email if you're interested. All right. Let's get into it. Libras. And I'm also thinking about, for your birthday, Libras, pulling out the Oracle Lumen Edition. I don't do this unless I'm ready to get to it. Okay, because I'm ready to turn it up. All right? Libras, this year is calling you to be more creative. Yes. Baby, let me get it. Okay, you have been wanting to color more. You've been wanting to get out there, do your art. Some of you are artists. Some of you are creatives, honey. You've been wanting to get out there. Okay? Some of you are makeup artists. You've been wanting to put yourself out there more. You've been wanting to design and create things that create legacy. Okay? We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Things are happening to you this solar return that have never happened to you before. Opportunities are coming to you that you could only dream of, Libra. Okay? You dreamt of it. You dreamt of it. Some of you even drew it out, honey. You said, okay, I want this to go this way. Okay? And this applies to several different Libras, so I'm reading for a collective. But whatever your dream is, you've been visualizing it down to the T. That spirit is giving it to you because you've been so diligent. You've been so patient. I'm so proud of you, Libras. You've been so patient. You've been impatient in other areas, though. Okay? And we'll talk about that later. But for now, you know, Spirit's proud of you. You're putting your best foot forward in life. Okay? Thank you, baby. And it's all happening for you. A whole new world. Hey. A whole new place I never knew. Okay, you got talents that you've been putting on the back burner, baby, and now it's time to ramp it up. Like I said, Libra season is the time where you've been sleeping on yourself, and it's time to turn it up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here to tell you you're that girl. I'm here to tell you you're that guy. Okay? I'm here to tell you they can't fuck with you. Because you've been second guessing your talents, you've been second guessing your gifts, and now it's time to walk in your purpose, Libra. You know, there's this parable in the Bible that talks about the parable of the sower. It talks about if you, God gives these different farmers different in, like, go read your Bible, honey, somewhere up in there. Because I'm paraphrasing, honey, all right? I'm not trying to add or take away. But it talks about the parable of the sower and God giving these farmers different amounts of seeds. You see? Follow me now. And in giving them the seeds, he came back to see what they did with it. Okay? And some of them kept on to it because they never thought they would have more. Okay? And one of them, I think planted it in the ground, but it was on soil that couldn't really grow, so nothing happened. Okay? Pretty much squandered it. And the other one multiplied it. You want to be the one in the story that multiplies it, Libra. Okay? You want to be looking at your talents, your gifts, because, honey, Libra, you be thinking sometimes, oh, I need the money for it, or I got to have the money for it. Honey, what will you do with the money? That's what God wants you to start focusing on. Okay, use your talents, your resources that you already have to drive your passions, to push that vision forward, to bring forth the creativity from here to there. Because Libra, you be up here sometimes. You got to bring it out. You kind of like Pisces. You might be dealing with a Pisces, honey. Okay? You got to figure out what lights you up, Libra, and follow that path. Follow that discernment. You see all these colors in this? Some of y'all really are into color theory, coloring, art. Most Libras are extremely artistic. Okay, so Libras, you got to trust your path. You got to trust your purpose and stop second guessing these talents. Because when God comes back, and God will be back, he's going to be asking what you did with the time that you had here. Okay? Were you over here second guessing yourself, or were you out there getting to it? Wow. Get to it, Libras. All right, let's get you another Oracle card. Praise God, because I'm going to be in my bag, okay? I'm sitting in my throne doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm a Venus and Libra, honey. Okay? And this message applies to your love life, Libra. It's like, you want this marriage, you want this relationship, you want this idea of radical self-love, but you got to get to it. Okay? You got all these ideas floating around, all these different date ideas. Baby, get to it now. You ain't listening, Libra. You ain't listening. Okay, write it down, Libra, and commit to it. Show up for yourself and commit to it, Libra. It's about your commitment with yourself. Like I said, it's time to reclaim your gifts. Reclaim your purpose. Reclaim your destiny. Reclaim your passion. And a lot of this has to do with the lack of self-love, Libra. When we focus on that inner love, we show up for ourselves. We commit to ourselves. We don't second guess our gifts. Honey, I know who I am. Baby, I know who I am. You should be saying that on the daily. I know who I am. I know what I came here to do. I'm showing up. And if you don't, now's the time to figure it out. All right. Okay, and Libra, self-pleasure that kitty cat. That's all I'm going to say on that. Okay? When you are creating or you're lacking or depriving, you're lacking creation. Honey. All right, moving on. We are on, we're going to actually cut this deck. Scorpios. Pull up to my bumper, baby. Ride a limousine. All right, Scorpios. My Scorpios. Yeah. Scorpios. Make sure you are subscribed. Because you don't want to miss your zodiac sign, honey. Scorpio. I feel like we're going to hear some developments this Libra season on Diddy's situation. Him trying to get out. Anyways, moving on. Scorpios, you're going through an awakening period. You're going through an expansion, a transformation, an elevation, which is honestly, what's new for you? Okay? Something always happening in the Scorpio's life, honey. Something's always going on. But you're elevating, you're coming to, maybe you're getting a new position. You're also just transforming spiritually. You're activating your spiritual gifts for some of you. Some of you are psychics, mediums, intuitives, and you're finally stepping into your purpose, into your divine alignment. And it's because you have this beautiful ability to surrender. You think it's letting go, when really you're letting God in. Yes, you're learning to let God in. You're allowing God to the table. You know, you're no longer sitting here conjuring up whatever it is you want. You are surrendering to the flow. I'm proud of you. Because here's where it gets good, baby. Okay, story time. Baby, I went through so many experiences just getting to California. And one of the experiences that I went through was leaving a past relationship after God told me the person I was sleeping with, living with for 10 years, honey, for a decade, was not the person that God was calling me to be with. It was hurtful, it was painful. I had dreams after dreams trying to figure out, and this is applying to somebody's life, okay? I had dreams trying to figure out if I wanted to leave this person. If. There was no if. It was when. It was when. Okay? It was when I wanted to wake up and accept that the flow that I was moving in was not in alignment with spirit. It was when I decided to take my hands off the wheel and surrender my life to God that things started moving in the direction that God wanted me to be in. And it wasn't easy because of the resistance. I was resisting the call to action. I was resisting my call to this platform, honey. I was resisting because I was afraid of who God wanted me to be, that I couldn't live up to that identity. And here I am, 4 years later, happy, grateful, and in a lot better spiritual alignment. Okay? I was having psychic downloads, and I could not even express this to the person I was with because they didn't even believe really in spirituality. So it was, I wouldn't have became who I was if I wouldn't have left that relationship, and I wouldn't have had the level of faith and trust and spiritual alignment that I do now if I wouldn't have followed God's voice. And so that's what I'm trying to express to you, Scorpio, is it's time to rise. It's time to listen to that voice that God has been talking to you, and you know who I'm talking to. It's time to integrate that voice into every decision that you make so that you can be in alignment with your highest destiny and your highest calling. Baby, it's time to activate. Okay? Because you've been carrying the weight of this karma from your family for generations, honey. And God wanted you to know that it's for you. That everything that's happening is for you, for your highest, best elevation. He's removing things out of your life and out of these circumstances that you're in so that you can be in your highest alignment. And you're thinking that you're losing when really you're winning. Okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you, baby. I lost things so that I could get the righteousness of God, okay? In my life. So that now I know the decisions that I make are better in alignment with God than they've ever been. That's what we are moving towards. When you surrender, God can lead you better than you can lead yourself. Scorpio, I'm really on my today. Okay. Scorpios, as you transition through this time, it may look scary. Okay? As God is changing and transforming and edifying you, it's going to get different. But you don't have to claim that. Okay? You don't have to claim the space that you're in. You're just walking on by, honey. You're just here for a good time, not a long time. You're here for a transformative experience and then you're out. Okay? You're not here to settle down. You're not here to sit down. Okay? You're here because God is taking you through a transition and this is a pit stop. Okay? So when we are in the void, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the void. What do I mean by that? Don't get stuck in your past. Okay, we're in the present. We're in the present. We're here. We're not thinking about, oh, wow, I had to do this to get here, just get there. And man, that was a tough experience. We're thinking, wow, right now feels where I'm supposed to be. And thank God I'm where I'm supposed to be so that I can be in alignment where God is taking me. You feel me? When you are ready for God to take you to the next level, Scorpio, you are ready for that opportunity. All right? You're not looking to the left. You're not looking to the right. You're not looking to the people around you. You're not looking at your past. You're not staring in the future. You're ready right now. You're prepared right now. And so this is the time for you to get prepared. This is the time for you to get ready. This is the time. This is not the time for you to be sitting in the void wallowing in self-pity. You get what I'm saying? It's the transition. Your birthday's coming up, baby. That's what we're talking about. You're going into a new cycle where it's going to give you more passion. So now you need to be resting. You need to be preparing. The opportunities are coming to you on your birthday. All right? Because listen, you need that energy so that you can manifest. Right? You need your hands to be open so that when God hands you your tools, you can get on it. You get what I'm saying? So you can start creating. But the problem is, you got so much that you're carrying. You have so much that you're focused on that's outside of, God talks about not giving you more than you can bear and only giving you troubles for that day, right? You have enough faith for the day. So stay in the moment, stay in the here, stay in the now, Scorpio, and stop worrying about the future. Get out the past. You're not going to be where you're at forever. So be grateful where you're at right now. Honey. Because it could all be gone tomorrow. Truly. But you got to be patient, honey. You got to be patient. Because when God is ready for war, he needs his soldiers prepared. All right. Let's go. Who we on next? Sagittarius. If you want a reading, click the link in my bio. I'm here to heal, teach, and crack a joke or two. If you're new, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube. Sagittarius. What's going on with you during Libra season? Oh, child, darling. This is the problem that I have with Sagittarius. Is y'all are fake. This be my problem with Sagittarius, women specifically. Men too. Men, y'all just, when the world is like crashing down or when things are transitioning in your life or falling apart, you don't like to take accountability, Sagittarius. Don't get mad. This is just the message. I'm trying to help you heal. And when you get out of offense, you can get to the healing part. Okay, because offense is not of God. All right? And I'm saying this with love. Sag, it's time to wake up. Things around you are falling apart during Libra season, and it's because you haven't been nurturing them. You haven't been paying attention to your obligations. Okay? And you need to figure out what you've been focused on during Virgo season, because whatever you're focused on is the other stuff that you have been not paying attention to that is falling by the wayside, honey. And now is the immediate time, because if you don't, you're going to open a portal to some things that you don't want to open up. You've been playing. This is why I say you fake, Sag, because you can ask for help at any moment, but you choose not to. And then you front like everything is okay and like you're a superwoman, and you are. Don't get me wrong. But you don't have to wear the cape all the time. You know, even Superman put on the glasses, honey. Okay? Even Superman put on the glasses and put down the cape. Okay? And I feel like Sagittarius, you're not listening, so I gotta pull out the mic, honey. I gotta let you know. Okay? I gotta let you know. You're performing again. You're performing again. Sag, you're performing for the people in your life again when you really want to get backstage and sit the heck down. Yes, you're tired, your feet are hurting, honey. You're exhausted, and you're putting on a show for the people because you're performing, which has everything to do with your childhood. Yes, yes. You felt like Sag, you had to perform for your parents to like you. Oh, we're getting to some things. Is Bob the Healer touching some nerves? I think I am. It's what I do best. Okay? When I trigger you a little bit, baby, we're getting to some healing. Okay? And so your parents chose to only pay attention to you when you were performing. Okay? Okay? Yes. When you were on stage, when you were on the field, okay? Because some of you are football players. When you were on the basketball court, when you were on the soccer, where it applies, honey. When you were acting, when you were being the comedian of the family, honey, the class clown, whatever you're doing, you knew how to get your parents' attention through performing. And now you show up to life, you see, thinking you got to outperform yourself. And because you haven't been keeping it real, okay, you ain't been keeping it 100, now you have to. Now people are seeing through the cracks. Now people are looking through your glass doors because you're not really good at hiding it. Because here's the thing. When you wear a mask, eventually someone sees. You know that toupee on Donald Trump's head? We all know it's fake. But to him, he is rocking with it, right? Okay? Same thing with you, Sag. It's your personality. It's when you're going through life, sometimes you kind of fake it till you make it, but eventually you're supposed to make it, and people around you are seeing you're just faking it. You're faking the enthusiasm. You're faking the work ethic. Okay? Hi, baby. You're faking that you're not exhausted when you really need a break. And let me tell you something. Sagittarius. Authenticity gets the people going. Let me tell you something. Authenticity gets the people going. It really does. When you don't got to fake it, you can show up 100% yourself. You don't have to fake smile. You don't have to fake key with people. Honey, you don't got to fake network because your network is actually really strong and really supports you even when you're not showing up. Hello, message. You don't got to do all of that. Life becomes easier. You move and flow. Shit, let it fall, Sag. Whatever it is you're trying to keep up, whatever act you're trying to play. Some of my Sagittarius are trying to like keep up this family front. This we've got it all together. Our family is good. Oh, we're my man ain't cheating on me. Ooh, hello. Okay, my boo ain't out here creeping, but baby, everybody can see through it. Okay, we're not gonna get into it because you're getting mad. Sag. All right, let's get you a card. I'm just watching. Listen, I'm talking to somebody. Listen, I'm just a mystic. I'm foreseeing some things for you, Sagittarius, this Libra season. And if you want to get ahead of the shadow of the dark elements that are crumbling in your life, book a reading. Also, watch. Watch and observe how people act when you stop performing. Okay, pay attention to how people show up for you when you miss a day. Okay, when you stop putting yourself out there for them. Okay? Move in some integrity, Sagittarius, because I love you. And I want to see you in your highest vibration. And your highest vibration is not showing up as somebody that you're not. You deserve to be loved for who you are. Hi, baby. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, moving on. And send me an email and we can do a personal free reading, okay? Some prayer, if you would like a prayer. Moving on. Who are we on? Who are we on? Capricorns. Capricorns. Baby, Leos is, you gotta follow the zodiac signs. Okay? Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. So stay tuned. Okay. Some of my Capricorns could be dealing with a Leo too. All right, let's get into it. Listen, Capricorns. I feel like I shouldn't have to tell you this. Some of you are not doing the work. You're blocking yourself from moving forward in life. And it's your perspective. All right? It's your perspective. You're thinking positively about capping your potential. Like, oh, I've done enough. I'm good enough. And there's nothing wrong with knowing that you have done enough. But there are more goals that you want. And I truly believe that you are self-sabotaging because you don't want to fail. So it's like everything is positive. Even self-sabotage. And that's not true. Capricorn, stop self-sabotaging. You have every opportunity at your disposal, to be quite honest with you. More than a lot of the zodiac counterparts that are around you. Okay? You're getting ready to get near your season, and you're getting more tools, more opportunities, but you want to keep sitting on it. Or you're like, I don't know what to do with what I got. And if you keep questioning what God is giving you, he'll give it to somebody else. Baby, he'll give it to somebody else who's less qualified and less experienced. Wow. Okay? So you keep acting as if what your level up is for you is not for you. God will give it to somebody near you. And then you'll be sitting there looking like this with the stank face. Why do they get to have what I want? Well, baby, because you sat with it for 3 weeks and you did nothing. You got a plate full of food and you like, but I'm already full. It's like, okay, well, save some for later then. Put some money aside, Capricorn. Or if you're dealing with Aquarius, I feel like there's a lot of energy going up in here. You could be an Aquarius popping in and out of this. But Capricorn, save your time and your resources for later. Okay, some of you are just, your energy is spent up and you're like exhausted. You're like, oh, there's no more that I can do. But the show must go on, Capricorn. There are more goals that you must achieve. There are more movies that you want to develop. There are more talents that you have inside of you that you haven't harnessed. And Libra season is calling that out of you. This is a really hard message to communicate because there's a difference between contentment and stunning your growth. And I feel like there's certain people like Virgo that overthinks things and Capricorn, right now, you're not thinking about it at all. You're like, I'm not even, it's kind of like, you're not using your discernment, and you're not focused. So I need you to get refocused and put in the work, because you're going to let these opportunities pass you by and be discouraged when the opportunity comes, when you do have the momentum to drive them, right? It's like you're giving up before you even try, for some of you, and you're second guessing yourself. That's what it is. You're second guessing yourself before you even put that work in. Put that work in. Okay? It's the motivation. You're lacking motivation. You're lacking drive. And here's a tip from Bob the Healer. Just do it anyways. The momentum will pick up as you perform. The momentum will pick up as you're doing things. Okay, if you have goals that you want to reach, but you feeling tired or exhausted, or you're like, yeah, whatever. If you have weight loss goals, Capricorn, because some of y'all getting big. You're getting big. Okay, I love you enough to tell you you're getting big. And you know you're getting big if you can't see your shoes. It's not funny. Okay, and some of y'all are losing too much weight. Okay, and imbalancing your health and in your weight is never good for alignment. Being overweight is never good. Being underweight is never good. Okay, and so some of y'all need to get in the gym, and you've been, oh, I love my body no matter what shape or size, and it's like, okay, but then you look in the mirror the next day and you're getting big. So let's get to it. Get to the gym, get that diet together, stop procrastinating, get off the couch, go clear out that cabinet of all them sweets that you know are adding 10 pounds to your weight. If you want to get that waist snatched, if you want to get them arms looking tight, and come on, baby, you can have it. You just want to self-sabotage. And you're doing it by your mindset. Oh, it's okay if I'm overweight. Okay, tell your doctor that. Your doctor is going to get a vacation off of you being overweight. Okay, some of y'all need to hear this tough love, because you've been talking too nice. And nice is not going to get the job done. Okay? Nice is not going to get the job done. You think personal trainers be in there like, okay, you don't have to do that other rep. No, get your ass to that gym and stop playing with your health. It's not a joke. Okay, moving on. All right, so if you want to get to it, and Libra season is all about balance. And if you're overweight, that's an imbalance. If you're underweight, that's an imbalance. It can affect your hormones for women, and can affect your testosterone for men. In Capricorn, you're tired of your homies talking crap about your weight. Probably knowing. And some of you are just dwindling, running off in life, smoking too much marijuana, okay? Off in la la land, not paying attention to your goals. And you're like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it. I sound like the dude from the new commercials. Okay, get up off your butt. That's what you need to do. Okay, you need to go watch that on YouTube. That little commercial where the dude is like telling the person they need to go back to college. Some of y'all need to go back to college because you're just wasting your time. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, what's going on with you during Libra season to elevate your luxury and abundance, honey? Your abundance, darling. Okay, we have the card Mintakan. Mintakan. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Okay, some of you Aquarius during Libra season are contacting your ancestors, your ancestry. Okay, you're getting downloads. Okay. Yes, you're getting downloads on where you come from. Some of you need to do a cleanse of your home. Some of you need to revamp your home. Some of you need to go revisit your old home, your childhood home, your childhood friends, your old school, old high school, honey. You're just going back. Yes, Aquarius. You're going back to the good old days, to nostalgia. You're over here just daydreaming about how things used to be. The yesteryears. You see. And this is helping you to really be in touch with your light. Yes, it's helping you to reconnect with your inner child, your inner teen. And some of you are light workers. You're here on a specific purpose, a specific path to help enlighten the load for others, including your family members. And because you are connecting with your ancestors, they're helping you to realign your life because you had a very false sense of identity of who you were, Aquarius. You are nothing like anyone has ever seen before, Aquarius. You were meant to be different. You were meant to stand out. You were meant to be the weird, quirky one in the room over there counting your fingers and shit. You're supposed to be somewhere doing something different. And this is about your self-worth. Your ancestors are trying to remind you, Aquarius, who you are, so that you walk in your light and you stand out for others to see. You see? This is about belonging to something greater. This is about belonging to something bigger than you. You know, when we start talking about ancestral work, we really get to the root of a lot of our own trauma. Okay? A lot of the trauma that we have was passed down from generation. A lot of the fears you're suffering with, Aquarius, was passed down from your parents. And it's your opportunity. You've been blessed to heal that, to do the work. And it's going to take some time, and it requires you to take a chill pill. Okay, to separate from the masses, to do some meditation, to go sit by some water, honey. Okay, to go balance your inner chi so that you can see beyond your immediate grasp. Okay, because it's not about you. Aquarius, that's where you be getting it messed up, is you be thinking it's about you, but you are here to teach the lesson for other people to witness. Your life is a light for others. And when you stop wallowing in the darkness, you recognize you don't got no time. Time is borrowed and limited, and you don't got no time. You belong in your body. You belong in your spirit. You are designed to be here. Some of you want to keep going up, like you're doing a little too much, that you need to ground yourself. That's why I said get outdoors, get by some water. Okay, the spirit's starting to leave, the soul's starting to leave the body. You're in your crown chakra a lot. You're thinking too much, Aquarius, and spirit is wanting you to center and root yourself by connecting to your ancestors, going back to your roots, going back to the beginning, learning what really gave you that spark and creativity. Okay, some of y'all used to put it on, used to be dressers as kids, and you forgot what made you creative and different and unique. And some of you are autistic. You've been forgetting that autism is a blessing. It's a talent. Okay, it's not a deformity. There's nothing wrong with it, baby. It's literally a blessing. A lot of autistic people have divine gifts that they haven't tapped into because the society we live in teaches them that something is wrong with them because they don't communicate the same way as societal standards are taught to communicate. Okay? But a lot of autistic people know exactly what is going on. Okay? And a lot of them choose to kind of be up here because it's too much going on in the physical. Either there's a lot of trauma in their environment, or I really believe when the mother was pregnant, there was a lot happening in this sphere. So the child went inward. That's why a lot of them struggle with communication issues, but they can understand what's happening around them. They're very sensitive and they internalize. Okay? Oh, shit, my ass might be autistic my damn self. A lot of healers and mystics have are on the spectrum. We're going to start seeing more of these updates about autism in the news and the media. It ain't got nothing to do with no Tylenol. But anywho, it's pulling you, Aquarius, to a time of reflection. Like I said, get out by some water. Libra season is a mirror. So it's going to mirror to you what it is you are not seeing within yourself or that you're projecting on other people. Some of you are so up here that you're not in tune with your physical body. So you're depriving your physical body with overconsumption of your mind. Okay? So that's what Libra season is calling for you, Aquarius, is to rise above your external circumstances, tap in, but also stay tapped into your physical roots. And trust the flow. All right. We are on Pisces. Pisces, it's time to create and dream. You're not answering the call. You've been blocking the call to create. You've been blocking the call to your divine assignment. Okay, you're letting time pass by, and there's repercussions for that. Spirit wants you to create in a certain time frame in a certain period so that you don't get confused and out of alignment. You struggle, Pisces, with boundaries, time limits, any type of you need to be free. But Spirit, and this is that Virgo, that opposite sign that's getting you to balance, okay, is asking you, Spirit is asking you to respect boundaries, because boundaries is love. Okay, and this could be in your relationships. Some of my Pisces men don't know the word no. Okay, your mama never told you no. And so when life comes and presents you with opportunities and that are you can't have because you're not ready for them, because you're not respecting the time, because you keep declining the call, everything has to move in seasons, Pisces. Everything has to move in seasons. And when you decide to move out of flow with Spirit, there are repercussions for that. That means the project she was working on gonna end. Okay? That means the relationship that you were building without God is going to diminish, has no value, has no worth to it. Get you a Bible study going with your spouse. Okay? Get you a Bible study going with the person that you're dating. Put God into it. Start praying together. I've been telling you this. But Pisces, you have to lead in to God's love. God is a good shepherd. God is not going to lead you down a path that is not protected. And sometimes you can go down a path that looks scary, honey, looks terrifying. But God already knows your way through that. The enemy has a trap of its own. You be so focused. Baby, you be focused on the enemy. Well, you need to be focused on the light. Focus on the light, Pisces. If God is telling you to create in a timely manner, if God is telling you to put that book out, if God is telling you to clean up your home, if God is telling you to create a consistent work schedule, if God is telling you, whatever God is telling you and you're disobeying that when he told you to do it, there's repercussions for that. That's the message. Go to God. That's what you can do, Pisces. That's what you can do. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you, honey. If you are following God, if you are listening to God, you don't got to worry about how your timing and your plan. Well, I'm supposed to do this in 3 months. Well, what does God say I should be doing? When does God say I should be creating this? Okay, some of you are looking for children. You want to have a child, and things aren't falling in line with you. And it's like, or you're about to have a child, and you like, when is this baby about to pop? Or you're getting ready to birth the business, and you're like, when is this about to take off? When is my talents? Come on. But seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything will be added onto you. When are you spending time with God as you are complaining? As you're thinking about the next level, you should be focusing your eyes on God. Release whatever expectation you have for God to make things done in a certain amount of time. Because God has boundaries on his gifts, his boundaries on his destiny for you. That means when you operate in this threshold, it's meant for you. God knew that you was gonna get swerved out of your lane a few different times. Okay, so he put up some guardrails, some rules. One of the rules is seek me first. And here you are, Pisces, going to everything but God and wondering why you're out of alignment, wondering why things are not moving fast. Maybe God is not in the fast movement. Maybe God is in the swiftness, the stillness, okay, the calmness, the patience. You know, there's no rule against patient. Okay, patience will get you further than fast. It'll get you stability. It'll get you commitment. It'll get you structure. So when you're patient for the message, when you're patient for the opportunity, when you're patient for the blessing, it lasts longer. You're more grateful. You're not rushing to the next thing. Okay, God, what else you got? You ain't trying to gamble your blessings. You got to be patient, Pisces. Okay? And stop declining the call when God does call you. Stand up and walk in your alignment, Pisces. Grab your dreams when they come to you. Be ready to receive, Pisces. That's really what I'm going to tell you. Be ready to receive. Okay? During Libra season. All right. Moving on to my Aries. Aries. Ooh, Aries, you are excited, honey. Aries, a lot is happening right now in your life. This is opposite of your flow, so things are about to be removed during your time, Aries. Okay, you could be moving things out of your home. You could be ready to just relocate, redefine your space during Libra season. Okay, and if not, baby, this is your key. You need to. Okay? You're not protecting yourself, Aries, during Libra season, and now is the call to elevate your energy. You must protect your space, Aries. First things first, you're not alone. Some of y'all got ghosts up in your house. Some of y'all got spirits up in your place. Some of you got spirits in the place of your business. And your ancestors want you to clean your home out. Clean that home out. Clean that closet out. You know good dang well, go click that link in my bio and book your reading. Also, there is a video that I am going to link below about the seasons, the zodiac seasons. I'm going to just link them in all my readings now. Because y'all be so out of alignment and then be trying to get me to do more of the work for you, baby. I'm not doing all that work for you. That's why I create content. So you can go do the work. I sit here and I create this content so y'all don't have to bug me about the same questions over and over again. Well, Bob, why is X, Y, and Z happening to me in my life? Because you're out of alignment. Because you don't know that things happen in seasons. Okay, and during Virgo season, which happens right before Libra season, we are clearing out the home. We are preparing for the harvest season so that when the harvest season comes, we are ready to receive. But if we are out of balance, we ain't cleaned a thing, honey. We haven't touched a thing. Everything's still in the drawers. Honey, clothes are on the floor. We haven't washed anything. The house is a mess. Our home is a mess. Our home is our heart. Our heart is our home. Okay? Our heart isn't cleared out. We're still carrying things, resentment, anger, and bitterness into Libra season, which is going to put you in a karmic deficit. Aries, you're heavy. This is heavy. Release your resentment, okay? I love you, so I'm telling you these things. You don't got to bear this weight. We have a God that loves to bear the weight for you. We have a Jesus that died on the cross for your sins. Let it go. And you over here holding on to resentment and bitterness for people that don't care, that are living their lives. And Aries is clouding up the space in your home. You need to get rid of some things. You're becoming a hoarder. You're holding on to other people's energy. You're becoming a hoarder. So first things first is you got spirits that are attaching to these energies that you're holding on to. You're holding on to anger. Anger comes with a bunch of entities that'll get you to be more angry and sin, and will get you to be greedy, and will get you to be needy, and will get you to spend all your money. It just comes with more demons. And so Aries, it's time to clear out your demonic energy that's been attached to you because you're holding on to past negative memories. And your ancestors are here to communicate the message because they be talking to me, and they just want to tell you, Aries, they've been through what you've been through. Okay? Aries, they didn't have people talk crap about them. They didn't have people resent them for making the choices that they made. They didn't have people disrespect them. They've been through what you've been through. They've got the blessings that you've got. Okay? But you got to learn from their past mistakes. And one of the mistakes they made was believing that they had to do everything on their own. You don't got to do it by yourself, Aries. You don't. But you choose to. You choose to make it harder on yourself, Aries. You choose to make things more difficult. God is watching everything. Angels are watching. And when we want our angels' help, all we have to do is choose to ask. We can choose our ancestors, the ancestors we want to work with. We don't got to choose our ancestors' trauma. We don't have to choose to repeat karmic patterns. It's a choice, Aries. Every life you get, you have the choice. That is the blessing from God. Now there's going to be karmic entities around you that are telling you to make a choice that is in alignment with the karmic pattern of your ancestors. And you have to walk in the strength of, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not. What? I'm beating that addiction. Yeah, they did that. Yeah, my ancestors went through that, so I didn't have to do that. Yeah, I'm beating that trauma. That's not for me. I don't choose that for my life. Honey, that's your story, but I don't choose that for my life, honey. Honey, I don't choose that. That's not for me. And when you choose better for yourself, some of y'all are dealing with an Aquarius. When you choose better for yourself, Aries, you protect your energy and your highest frequency. But when you choose to repeat these karmic patterns, you automatically start operating in your lowest vibration. And you get closer and closer to the trajectory of repeating the karmic cycles of the past. Patience. As you choose better, it will give you more authority, more power, okay? Because you're operating in your light, okay? And you see this protective shell? You see this? You don't have to be in a rush, Aries, to make choices. You can slow down and think about the choices that you make so that you are in alignment with your highest power. And the more you continue to do that, the peace, okay? Patience, politeness, persistence gives you power, honey. You got to be patient as you are healing these karmic debt, because you got a lot of karmic debt that you're carrying into Libra season, you're holding on to. Once you learn to release these things as a form of protection, you can be more patient with the love that you deserve, okay? With the self-love that you are trying to cultivate, all right? And the more patient that you are, the more authority and power that you have over your choices, the more authority and power you have over your light, over your life, okay? Over your trajectory. That's all I'm trying to do, baby, is give you choices, okay? That's all I'm trying to get you. You have choices in Christ Jesus. Yes, you do. And by taking the risk to choose something for your highest good, baby, take it up a notch. Show your family that you love yourself, honey. Show your friends that you love yourself. Get radical with the self-love, honey. All right? Taurus. What's going on with Taurus? Taurus, you're struggling with boundaries, honey. You think shutting everybody out is going to help you feel better about it, but it's not. People are trying to siphon your energy, and it's because you don't know how to show up and tell them, get about my business. That's simple. Honey, I struggle with it too. No shame. Okay, my mother's a Taurus. She never really taught me how to say no. No shame, Mom. Love you. But she never really taught me how to say no. And Taurus, this may be something you're struggling with. Like, your mother never taught you how to say no to people. No, you can't have my energy. No, I'm not listening to you. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to eat that. No, I don't want to spend my time doing that. No. No. And you don't got to be rude about it. So there's a group of Tauruses that are like, oh, I know how to say no. Yeah, and you say no too much that you say no to opportunity you should be saying yes to. You done blocked everybody out of your life. You don't listen. You live. Your room is dark and dusty, honey. Dark and dusty. Okay, you done blocked out the light in your life, Taurus. Why would you do that? Some of y'all, listen, go and tell it with it. So, and why you wanna go and do that? Why you wanna go and do that? Do that. Hey, oh, why you wanna go and do that? Taurus, you blocking out the love. Okay, you got some people who want to shower you with some love, and you like, nah, I ain't got time for that. Being a bobblehead. Baby, don't be a bobblehead. Nah. Okay, so we got some Tauruses who are imbalanced, right? Okay, both of y'all are imbalanced. We got some Tauruses on this side of the spectrum that are like, I don't know how to say no. I don't even know boundaries. What is boundaries? Then you got some Tauruses that are like, oh my God, all I do is say no. I done blocked my blessing. I done blocked my future husband. Thank God your future husband is persistent, honey. Thank God they're persistent. Because you done told them no about 1,000 dang times, and it's because you're insecure. You don't know when something good is in front of your face. Okay? You're assuming everybody is the same. All men are the same. All women is the same. Okay, you in your Debbie Downer. You're in your Dante Downer mode. You're like, oh my God. All these pretty women, they just want me for my money, honey. Okay? When you got a woman that want to take care of you, want to cook for you, want to love you, want to nurture you, want to show you radical self-love because she's in her bag, honey. Okay? Because she knows how to love on herself. Okay? You could be dealing with a Leo, honey. And Taurus, you got to learn how to say yes to being blessed. Okay? You got to say yes to being blessed. When a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. Some of my Taurus men, you're saying no to your wife. You're literally married and you're telling her no, and that's not a good look, okay? I'm here to tell you. You're just saying no all the time to things. And a yes don't gotta be a horrible thing. Sometimes a yes can get you an opportunity that you didn't expect to make you happy. Okay, go on the date, Taurus. Go on the date. All right, and stop shutting people out of your life, Taurus. You want community, you want love, but you're afraid of what comes with that. Yes, you're afraid of taking the risk of love. Love is risky, honey. It's risky business. Love is risky business, Taurus. And some of you are just shutting out love because you're afraid of what comes with it. That's the message. All right? And then some of you really need to shut out other people's opinions, outside noises, other people's vibrations that are interceding on your frequency, that are dimming your light and draining your life force and energy. Okay, some of you need better boundaries. Okay, and some of y'all need to establish boundaries with your mama, because your mama is always in your business, telling all her sisters all your business. Okay, sometimes your mama all up in your business, telling you her perception of how you need to handle your life, and you don't know healthy boundaries until you know no. Until you can kindly say, that's not for me. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, I'm good. That is healthy. That is love. Okay? That's love, Taurus. Set your boundaries and don't fold. Okay? You don't got to be impenetrable. But don't fold. Okay? And a lot of this has to do with your lack of control, lack of self-control. Okay? This is your life, Taurus. You have to take accountability for your body. You have to take accountability for your spirit, for your soul, what you allow in. This is soul work, honey. This is soul work. All right? No one can strengthen your vibration but you. No one can protect your vibration but you. Okay? You can allow everyone in your frequency. You can dispel people from your frequency, but it's you that allows it. Stop putting the responsibility on others. Well, this person keeps disrespecting my boundaries. Have you established them? You got to speak up. And that's your soul work. Okay? And then for some of you who are overly controlling, wow, you need to relax and release. Relax and release. Okay? Because we can only truly control ourselves and where we are in life. Okay? When you start trying to control other people, Taurus, that's where you end up in jail. That's when you end up in jail, honey. Okay? That's when you end up clank, 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 clank. All right. So stop wilding out on people, Taurus, and have a little self-control. Moving on. Geminis. 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 Geminis, the spies. Gemini, the spy. Gemini, don't be acting like no spy kid on my platform. Make sure you follow so you can get front row, honey. Because Bobby knowing. Bobby knowing when you spying on me. And I can tell. I be clocking it. Okay, I be having some cousins, wink, wink. I ain't gonna call your name out. That be spying on my content, but don't want to send another of your friends to get a reading. Bobby knowing. Anywho, Gemini, I'm gonna give you a reading. Okay. Break the chain. Ooh. Break every chain. To break every chain. To break every chain. I'm gonna link the song below. I actually wanna play this. Got it. To break every chain. It's by Maverick City. It's called Break Every Chain. Okay, we're gonna play it. You two don't clap me. Break every chain. To break every chain. Is that what the name of it is? I'm trying to find a song for y'all. God is here. Maybe? Is that what it's called? I'm gonna find it. Is it Gyra? I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna link it. Anyways, the song talks about breaking every chain, God being here to break every chain. And in this sense, we are talking about breaking every chain that has come to destroy your lineage, that has come to destroy your bloodline, okay? There are karmic cycles that you are up against, Gemini, that you think you have to do it alone and you don't. God is giving you the grace for this place, and you just have to break it. You have to walk in and you have to break it, okay? And, oh, look at it. Jesus at the bottom of the deck. Look at Jesus at the bottom of the deck. Jesus is here to help you heal. Jesus broke every chain. Every chain, every nail that was put on the cross for him, he broke it, honey. And every sin that you are struggling with, every battle you are up against, God is here to help you break it. And nothing can hold you down. Nothing can hold you back. Your mind, I'm here to motivate you, encourage you. Because some of you are a little downcast, okay, in your spirit. You're a little depressed, a little sad. And baby, don't speak those things into your life. Don't claim it over your body, honey. Depression is something that's going to stop with you. God is not sleeping. God is awake. God is alive, very much alive, and is living within you. And if you're struggling with your relationship with God, inbox me, DM me, honey. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how things can transition for you. This is fate for you to be on this live talking with me right now. So if this is a message for you, go ahead and inbox me. But it's fate for you to really break these chains that are holding you back, these generational curses that have been put on your bloodline. It's fate for you. And Libra season is calling for you to see yourself in a higher vibration. Okay? It's time to activate your highest level. In your highest level, there's nothing holding you back. There's nothing holding you down. Whatever it is you're saying is the but can be removed. Okay? We can reformat, restructure the sentence that you are speaking out of your mouth. You know, you're a master manifester, and the things you speak over your life can and will happen. You'll speak positivity, speak life into your circumstances. Okay? You got to see what God's getting ready to call forward into your life before it happens. That's faith. All you need is just to see a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. Okay, I can see myself being happy. I can see myself coming out of depression. I can see myself being a millionaire. I can see myself in alignment in God's highest favor. I can see myself wrapped up in God's love. I can see that. Yes. I can see myself as a divine being of light that illuminates from here across the country, because I can see that. Yes, baby, I'm international. Okay, yes, you can't dim my light. You can't stop my flow, because I am a child of the Most High, the Mostly High God, the High Priestess, you see. Ain't nobody messing with me. You got to get clear about how you show up in this world, honey. You got to get clear about who you want to be on these platforms. You got to be clear about who you want to be when you walk in your divine purpose. And get curious. Get curious. As you elevate and transform, that creativity in you, Gemini, is gonna start to, what's going on over here? Honey, what's going on over here? Okay? We're gonna start operating in different networks and different communities and groups, because you're allowing your light to shine. You're no longer dimming your frequency because of what happened in the past, because of what happened to your ancestors, because of what you've been, some of you guys got health conditions that you've been birthed with. Baby, it's not holding you back anymore. It was a part of your design. It's not a dysfunction. It's intentional. Baby, it was all intentional. And here you are second guessing yourself. Here you are thinking it's a crutch. Here you are thinking it's a disability. Really, you're a divine being of light and hope for other people to see. And you over here worried about a handicap, about a flaw. God makes no mistakes. I said, God makes no mistakes. So don't start thinking you are designed in flaw. Flawless. You a boss bitch. Cashed out. And you're gorgeous. Come on. You're beautiful, baby. You're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're talented, you're creative, and now you just need to get curious, Gemini. You need to get that hate up off you, the self-hatred that you're walking in, okay? Because sometimes depression can look like self-hatred. Sometimes mental illness can look like a demonic entity attached to your energy and your frequency. Once you get that up off of you and you're soaring, your vibration is high, opportunities come to you and you start to get curious. Like, dang, okay. Now that I'm not over here worried about this or defeating this, things are just starting to get lighter. They're getting easier. Okay, they're getting easier. I feel freer, honey. Okay, I can go back and reclaim my place in this world. You know, someone who struggled with depression for a really long time, I finally stopped speaking over it. I stopped saying it. I stopped claiming it. I started reclaiming my life. I started reclaiming my happiness. Okay, life has ebbs and flows. And the Lord has given me the right tools so that I'll never be alone without his guidance. And that has allowed me to understand that although my parents or my parents may have struggled with mental health, it's not a disability. It's not mine to claim. I don't want it. And it stops with me. Period. Okay? Depression has no place in my body. And depression is a frequency. It's a frequency. It's an energy. And when you allow your thoughts and your mind to realign with the energy of faith, hope, and high frequency, depression cannot meet you there. Okay? Sickness cannot meet you there. It's a frequency. Okay, when you are thinking and align good thoughts, when you're thinking about the goodness of God, when you're hopeful, when you're grateful, depression cannot be there. And you got to start looking at depression like Debbie the hater. Okay, Debbie the hater can't come with me to where I'm going. Claim it, Debbie. You're staying at the crib because I got dreams to reach. Okay. And I'm going to give myself the grace to get up off you. Because I done had a relationship with Debbie for many years. And Debbie's toxic. Debbie want to keep me in this dark room. Debbie want to keep me in this ugly outfit stanking. Debbie don't want me to eat. Debbie don't want me to sleep. Debbie don't want me to pay my bills. Debbie don't want me to have a life. Debbie want to kill me. Debbie is a bitch. Debbie is a motherfucker. And Debbie don't have no place up in my life. And when you start personifying what it is you're really going through, you can start seeing through the illusion that it is it's a mental disease. It's a da-da-da-da. It's something I can't get rid of. It's a mental imbalance. No, honey. It's a karmic entity that is attached to you and your family's family. And it stops with you. Stop claiming it. And for some of you, you really are trying to hold on to it. That's what it is. You feel it in your stomach. You got anxiety in your stomach. Some of y'all are having digestive issues like IBS and things like that. And that's inherited. Okay, all these things are a lack of faith and trust and surrender with God. You always want to control things. You don't believe. You're putting so much faith in the fact that you don't got no faith, that you don't trust God. Like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get through this experience. I don't know how I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. I don't know. I'm so scared. I'm so fearful. But you need to trust God. Duh, you're not finna know what's gonna happen tomorrow. But God has given you enough for today. Stop trying to worry about tomorrow or focus on the past. Get in the present, because that's where God is. Where is God in your what if? Where is God, Gemini, in all these scenarios that you're throwing up in the air? Honey, where is God at? But you're putting too much trust in the anxiety. You're putting too much faith in the depression. Okay, you're putting too much, you're having a full-on relationship with Debbie when you need to disengage with Debbie and reclaim your life with God. All right? All right? And this is all about spiritual alignment, opening your eye to see beyond the illusions that mental health will try to make people believe they have. Okay? All right. Let's get into Cancers. Yes. Let's cut the deck. Cancers. Cancers. What's going on with Cancers? Cancers, it's time to get into activation. Your highest energy is you and your spiritual bag. Your highest energy is other people coming to you for divine enlightenment, divine wisdom. And some of y'all haven't been studying like you're supposed to. Okay? You ain't been reading your word. You ain't been on your stuff. Okay? You ain't been praying. You ain't been in your spiritual bag. Okay? And I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to realign you. It's like a chiropractic tune-up, but spiritually, honey. You got to step your game up, Cancers. People are calling on you to be the matriarch you were designed to be. People are calling on you to be the patriarch you were designed to be. Okay, some of your children need your help. They need your enlightenment. Some of your children, you might have spiritual children, honey. Okay, you might be a spiritual healer like myself, and you've been running from your calling. You've been running from your divinity. And some of you are Cancer women that are in the public light, and sweetie, you need to change the way you're dressing. Let's just get to that. Sweetie the rapper, yeah, love you because I know you watch some of my readings. God is calling you to transform the way that you appear as a young lady. I know, I went through the call myself, okay? You have to start dressing like someone people want to take advice from. Woo! You got to start putting on the full armor of God. Okay, I'm talking literally and metaphysically, okay, spiritually. I'm saying there is a portion of you that feels like you're not fit for the role that God's calling into you. And it's because you're not walking in it and you're not wearing it well. You're being fearful. You're being afraid. Oh, I don't necessarily fit that look. Or God knows what's best for you. God knows what's best for you. And you're being called to step up, to elevate your look, to elevate your frequency, so that people who are looking for you where your frequency is at, honey, because here's the thing, you're playing small when you need to be playing big. You're playing small when you really need to be playing big, okay? You're over here thinking that you're on this local level. Some of y'all are local healers, but really God is seeing you as international, baby. And you need to put yourself on the international platform. Some of y'all are literal teachers, mothers, bearers of the next generation, and you're over here thinking, oh, I just need to be in my little bubble hubble. No, you have other people that need to witness your goodness, that need to witness your greatness, so that they can step into their divine power and abilities. And here you are over here playing small. God is not a small God. God is big God. And you are a child of God. So what you think that is? What you think that is, baby? That means your gifts cannot fit in this box that you keep trying to contain yourself in. Really, Cancer, you're afraid to come out of your shell. Yeah, you're afraid to come out of your shell. You're afraid for people to see you vulnerable. Because you be over here, from my Cancer man, you be over here faking like you just the macho guy. You're not really in tune with your nurturing spirit. You're not really in tune with your divine feminine energy. And really, you're really balanced. Stop wearing the mask. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Stop wearing a mask. You see, because when people are looking for you, they want to find you, but they can't find you when you're trying to be somebody else. They can't find you when you're faking the funk. They can't find you when you're playing small. Okay, you're thinking this little small audience, God is thinking the world cred. You're thinking, oh, I'm just going to have my little business, and God's like, no, we want you to take over other businesses. We want you as an investor in other businesses. Okay? And yes, you're not perfect, but God uses imperfection to show his goodness, Cancers. That's why you're afraid of the spotlight, you see? Because when you get in the spotlight, yeah, everybody got something to say, but they ain't where you at. God's not using them to do what you're doing. So stand in your light. Step into your divinity and your royalty. You have royalty in your lineage, Cancers, and you're acting as if you're like a hoe. Some of my Cancer women, you're walking around with this energy that's very low frequency. You're not acting like a divine empress. You're acting like one of the queens. You're not even acting like one of the you're acting like one of the peons pages, honey. You're acting immature. When spiritually you're a lot, you've been through more experiences. Okay, you're walking around with this, I'm just what my external circumstances have made me. I'm just how I look. Take it up a notch. Some of y'all want to change the way you're dressing. You want to be more abundant. You want to wear more luxurious apparel. Baby, elevate your style. Stop acting, oh, I'm not the dresser of the family. I don't really know how to dress like that. Baby, God is calling you to a higher level, higher frequency. You need a different wardrobe. And some of my Cancer women, you walking around acting like you're not a wife and you're just a girlfriend. You got to change the frequency on them. You want to be recognized. God is calling you into being a wife and a mother, and you over here, I'm just still going to play house. Baby, change your frequency. You over here, oh, I'm just going to be a cook. I'm not going to be my own business owner. Baby, change your frequency. It's really about love and acceptance. When you accept that, it's getting better because God is making you into a better woman, a better man. You can start loving who God is transforming you into, transitioning you out of. Like, yes, I still love who I used to be, but I'm so in love with who I am now. There are things about myself that I couldn't accept, and now I'm so self-accepting, so loving, that energy brings the boys to the yard. That energy brings the girlies to the pockets, to the house, to the crib, okay? That frequency of self-acceptance, self-love, self-righteous. Okay? And when I be my self-righteous, is making the right decisions for yourself that are in alignment with your highest frequency. Okay? And I don't mean self-righteous of, oh, I think I'm better than others because I'm on the right spiritual path. No, it's I feel in alignment with my highest frequency because I'm making the best decisions that are in alignment with God. That's it. And my divinity is rising. Okay? I'm treating myself like a queen. I'm loving myself like an empress. Okay? I'm taking risk with my life. I'm not afraid to go beyond what I could imagine for myself. Okay? We taking it up a notch. All right. Leos. Let's get to it. Leos. Lovely Leos. My fiery Leos. Leos. Leos, it's time to take a break. You've been overdoing it. You've been overworking. I be knowing. Okay. When you are overproducing work or over creation, you tell yourself and your body that what you're doing is not enough, that you're not enough. And you keep feeling that urge to take a break, but as soon as you take a break, you feel guilty for it. You feel like you could be lazy at times. But here's the thing, Leos, when you take a break is when you allow divine to give you messages, to give you creativity, to give you ideas. There is purpose in the rest. Leos, there is purpose in the rest. Leos, I want you to do a little research on what it means to be a lion. What the function of a lion is. Okay, lions operate in two modes. They are well resting and they are hunting. Okay? They're preparing for the hunt, and a lot of the times lions save up their energy for the hunt. Okay? And they rest all day. They're storing up energy because that's how they operate. That's their divinity. Okay? They're not like other animals. That's why they're the leaders of the jungle. Leos, you are the leader of the jungle. Not just of your jungle, but for everyone's jungle. People look to you on what it means to stay in flow. You are a leader, Leo, in your family, in your career, amongst your friend group. You're a natural leader. If people look to you on how the jungle's supposed to be ran and you're running things out of alignment with your normal flow, the whole economy gets out of whack, honey. The whole ecosystem gets out of whack. If the lion's not hunting and killing because it's sleeping when it should be hunting, or it's over hunting, it starts to deplenish the jungle. I'm speaking in metaphor. Let's speak in reality. Okay, in reality, Leos, when you get out of your alignment, when you stop doing what you're supposed to be doing, whether that's resting or working or creating or playing, you teach other people to get out of alignment. You mess up the ecosystem around you. When you're overproducing, overcreating, when you're tired and exhausted, you start missing the kill. Honey, you start missing the point. Personally, I had to take me a little break. I just came back from a little hiatus, honey. I had a lot of work that I needed to get done, but I needed to take a break to rest my body because I was overdoing it. And now I'm back. And I probably should take another break. Let's get Leo on the card. But it's about trusting your body. Being able to, one, stop and listen to your body daily, consistently. And second, being able to say, you know what? I respect my body enough to not overwork it. I love my body enough to give it rest. And there is purpose in rest. Get off the treadmill and stop blocking yourself from some good R&R. Leos, put your D&D on and take a break. Let people know around you, listen, I need some time to rest and give myself this energy so that I can be the best loving version of myself for you. Okay? Because, you know, everybody is so self-focused when it comes to Leos. But they say Leos are so self-focused. No, we are trying to preserve, honey. Leos, don't feel no shame about taking no break either. Okay, don't feel no shame about telling people you need some time off. Don't feel no shame about telling people, look, enough. The queen needs my rest. Enough. The king needs to go to his palace. Okay, enough. You've had enough. Okay, because every royalty needs its luxury. And luxury is rest. Okay? So that you can dream. If you ain't sleeping, you can't dream. People like, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Honey, you're never going to, you're going to get there faster, one. Two, how can you get these downloads, Leos, if you're not sleeping? How can you visualize and have the level of creativity you need if your body is exhausted? You got to be able to multiply your fruits. And if you don't got no fruit to give because you're depleted and deprived, it's time to fill yourself up, Leos. It's time to fill yourself up. It's time to get in your homes, get in your safe space, and fill yourself up with love, with peace, and with rest. With divine rest. Rest where your mind doesn't need to ruminate. Rest where your body doesn't need to be moving and doing a bunch of different things. Rest where your schedule is not clouding your mental space. You have the space to be yourself and to operate in your divine alignment. That is rest. Okay. Moving on to Virgos. Baby, you are the oracle. That's how we started this. You are the oracle, Virgo. Virgos, a lot of things that you said are coming to light during Libra season. Some things you predicted, prophesied are coming to light. People in your family have been looking to you for generations. The younger generation is looking at you. The older generation is looking at you because you are like a light for them. You create structure between the two different realms. Maybe you're middle aged right now, and you're the middleman for a lot of people, but you are a beacon of light for people. You are standing out for the choices that you made, for the wisdom that you've shared, and for predictions that you have. You have risen from the ashes too. Certain circumstances that tried to get you down and get you out of your element, out of your light, just made you shine brighter. Okay, you dust yourself off, honey, and you became the diamond in the rough. But you're not in the rough anymore, honey. Now you're on the stage. Now you're birthing a new version of yourself that so many people can get on board with because they seen where you came from. They seen how far you've been. And they have a lot of respect for you, including your elders. They got a lot of respect for where you're going and where you've been. And so you're teaching people how to get it out the mud. You're teaching people how to transform from your past mistakes, okay? And for some of you, you're just like you're literally teaching people. Some of you are teachers. You're teaching people in class, and they're learning from you and stuff. But also you're teaching people with the way that you live your life, the way that you shine your light. Like, look, you're becoming so rich. Hello, money-wise, but you're becoming so rich in experiences, and your life experiences are telling this wonderful story that other people are witnessing as like greatness. Like, wow, I want my story to look like hers, or I want my experience to be like hers, or I want to overcome that experience like she did, or I want to level up like he did, or start my own business after quitting this job. And like, you're really taking a tragedy and making it triumphing. You go, girl. You go, boy. Okay. I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. Some of you are also a little spiritual, little witches. Hello. Some of your spells are working, honey. But it's not really a spell, it's in you. You are the oracle. This is the thing that I have with witches, and no shade, I love y'all. But a lot of the stuff that y'all do is just to keep you busy. It's really in you. It's really in you. You have the light. You don't gotta do all the light work. You know that okay. As someone who's done like candle magic and things like that, I have personally just kind of fallen off of it. You can light a candle, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you start to realize that things are always working in your highest favor, you don't have to use a candle so much. You don't have to do all of that spiritual work so much. You can really just say a prayer. Also, when you have higher faith, because that's the thing. I think a lot of witches don't got enough faith. That's why they got to do all of that, honey. That's why they have to practice all of those experiences. And this is really just, I'm trying to share something with my witches now. You can really let go of a lot of those things and just have more faith. You can surrender. And I believe that a lot of witches lack self-control. That's why they need to do all of the spells and the conjuring. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I'm a conjurer woman myself. However, certain part of manifesting anything is knowing that it's already there. Knowing that you just have to walk in it. And know that when God wants you to have it, it's already yours. A lot of people watch me manifest and think that I'm over here doing witchcraft. And reality is, I'm just a child of God. I'm just a light being. Okay. I just say my prayers 4 times a day and I have the faith and I pray for the faith. Honey. Okay, because it's not in me. It's all over me. Okay? Okay? Because it can slowly but surely come about you. But when the Holy Spirit is all over you, baby, you know you're protected. You know you're never neglected. You know you can get disrespected and God will check it. You see? And when you're dealing with witchcraft and all of the jazz and things, honey, the cards are great. But it's here. Honey, it's all here. The candle magic is great. But honey, it's all here. Okay? What you believe, you can achieve. Impossible is possible. Okay? And that's what I'm really going to leave you with, Virgo. Is when you stop doing all the things and you release your need to control spiritual things and spiritual... You can't control God. You can't control the Holy Spirit. You can't control time. That's why divine alignment is so important. You can't control time. You have to release this need to want to... No! Let it go. And as we move into the spooky season, you're going to see all the witches popping out, honey. And I love the witches, honey. I got witches that are my friends. And if you're one of the witches and you're watching me, I love you, baby. Just take note. This is how I manifest things faster. Is by knowing they are going to be there. Knowing that because my heart is in alignment with God, God wants what's best for me. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and everything else will be added on to you. Okay? It's a good card, Virgo. God, with God comes a new protection, a new level of protection that you don't got to do all those things. That's what I'm trying to say. Trusting God is the best spell that you could ever do. Oh my goodness. Listen. Ooh. Trusting God is the best spell that you could ever do. When you trust God, it protects you from enemy. It protects you from satanic energy. It protects you from people that want to get you out of alignment with God. It protects you from going, oh, let me go. Nope, I trust God. It keeps you in alignment with your highest good. Trusting God is a protection spell. Okay, also, Virgos, movement is medicine. Some of y'all need to get in the gym. Some of y'all need to move this energy around. Okay, some of y'all think you got curses on you, and really you need to get in the gym. You need to get your frequency up. You need to get your vibration up so that you can align with your highest gifts, with the best opportunities that are coming to you. But you've been sitting on yourself. You've been sitting too much. You've been sediment too long. You need to start doing some movement, getting in flow, so that things can start moving in your life in the way that you want them to go. Okay? And when you start to see all this negative energy releasing off of your vibration, you start to manifest a new life for yourself that you couldn't imagine, but with God. Okay, God is giving you ideas, Virgo, for you to put movement behind, but you're sitting on your hands. God wants you to create a new world. Some of my witches are literally getting called out of occultism and to do more spiritual practices that are in alignment with God. Because here's the thing, all that jazz is wasting your time. And you're starting to see that, Virgo. All those ritualistic things that you were doing were not creating intimacy with God. And some of y'all are Christians and not even witches. But listen, Christians be doing witchcraft and don't even know it. Okay, and then claim it as the church. Okay, so don't come for me because I'm using oracle cards. Some of y'all be going to church every Sunday. Jesus, God, but you really don't have an intimate relationship with Jesus. You really don't know the love of God. You really be struggling with your faith. But you want to come for a child of God. Because I'm pulling some decorative cards. Baby, trust me. We are connected. God and I are on the main line. God can call me and tell you this message for you, and it's on point because Bob be knowing, because God be knowing. All right? And these cards, I can put them down at any moment and let you know how it flow. Because I don't sit behind a desk flipping cards every day. Because I sit in communion with Spirit every day, every morning, and I talk to God. And it's because I went through these ritualistic experiences that I can share that with you, Virgo. It's from experience. I'm giving you the luxury experience with God. And it's not being religious, and it's not being ritualistic, and it's not being collectivistic, having everybody else's opinions. It's intimate, personal time with God. So I'm going to leave you on that. And I'm going to leave us with a prayer. Holy Spirit, we just thank you so much for this time to connect with you. We thank you for this time to be in your presence, to raise our energy so that we can do your will. I ask that any person that watched this video will get the message clear, and that you will give them the divine purpose to finish what you have put in their spirit and in their body. Lord, I ask that you will activate their highest vibration within them so that they can see themselves the way that you do, and to not take anything less, God, to make every choice that moves to your will, that is moving in alignment to your will. Lord, I pray for those that are being called to follow me, that you will give them the desire to press that button, to not be afraid, to move towards the light. God, I'm asking that you will move this collective towards the light. We pray for healing, restoration, peace, and transformation. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. Blessings, blessings, blessings.